I'm about 2/3 of the way through Callisto Protocol, and it's not what I was expecting. When Striking Distance Studios revealed their game, we all thought the same thing. This is Dead Space. Beyond the obvious visual similarities, the studio itself was formed by Glenn Schofield, one of the original co-creators of Dead Space, and of the 150 employees, about 30 of them used to work for Visceral Games, the studio that made Dead Space. So I went in expecting a Dead Space game or something very close to it, but this is not the Dead Space game you're looking for.
This better be worth the trouble.
The one thing Callisto Protocol has going for itself is that it looks absolutely incredible. Easily one of the prettiest games I've seen. But the rest of the elements, like the gameplay, the sound design, and the story, they just aren't there. It feels like the game was designed to be more of a playable cinematic experience and not a video game. Let me show you. We'll start with the combat. It looks great, but it feels awful. Instead of pressing the dodge button right before you're hit, you instead hold the left or right button and you'll dodge automatically. And then if there's another swing, you hold the opposite direction. No timing is required, you just have to be holding the direction before you're hit and you'll dodge. Now, with such a simplified and easy dodging system, you'd hope the combat itself was robust and engaging. It's not. After you dodge a set of swings, you take your weapon and hit them 2 or 3 times, and then wait for them to attack so you can dodge again. That's it. It's just this back and forth exchange of blows until they die. There's no real counterplay system, no parry, no perfect block, no combos, nothing. It may look great, but it is largely unsatisfying, and it's tough to even call it gameplay. It also gets exponentially harder when they add more enemies into the fray. Isaac is slow, and he doesn't really turn around real quick, and you can't dodge out of the way whenever you want to reposition yourself, so you're sort of stuck slowly moving around to try to get into a position you think might be good, but you can't turn around quickly, there's no lock-on system, it's just a mess. The combat system doesn't feel like it was designed for multiple enemies. One-on-one it's great, maybe one-on-two, but beyond that, it just falls apart. A second example I want to give you is the level design. Exploration is minor, you may find a couple of sideways here and there with a couple of items, but there's no real reason to go off the beaten path. You'll never be given an upgrade that unlocks a previous locked door, there's no backtracking, you just continue to move forward and that's it. Now, a linear game isn't a bad game. Hellblade and Plague's Tale are 2 of my favorite games and both are extremely linear. These games use that to push along their incredible stories. So far, Callisto Protocol doesn't have one of those. Also, there hasn't even been anything that I'd consider as a puzzle. It's just move to next room, kill people. Move to next room, kill more people. As of this point, I don't recommend you buy this, but I'm not yet finished with it, and maybe it's a slow burn and everything really starts to fit together in the end. We'll see. Be sure to look out for a full review coming in the next week or so. My name's Stryftek, and thank you for watching. If you want more content like this, be sure to press that like and subscribe button. If you didn't like it, well, let me know why in the comments, and I'll see you next time.